What up? I said, what up? Spray it down.
Did you do this pre-COVID? Is this a routine?
Hey, man, I still don't know what the fuck COVID is. So let me tell you, me not knowing what COVID is
Right.
means I'm a OD on Lysol. Do you know I've become immune to Lysol?
I'm sure.
It don't even mess with me no more, man.
It's like when you take too much antibiotics and you become resistant.
I am resistant to Lysol, bro.
I think you should one day just build up your immunity and
We
don't spray nothing.
that ain't gonna happen.
Just let your white blood cell count get up.
Nah, that ain't gonna happen. But you can eat off this table now.
Them T cells up.
You can eat off this table.
Let me ask Ronald exactly what's going on.
These are used here.
Two to tango, and I need to hit his side of the story. The topic is, how do you deal with misunderstanding in marriage and marriage? And my name is Paul Friedman. I founded the Marriage Foundation, and I think you're going to find the answers that I give you very different from what you'll find from other people, because we're not mainstream. I don't have a background in psychotherapy. I worked with psychologists over 20 years ago when I was a divorce mediator, and I got my clients from them. But I didn't like how they worked with their clients, because their clients all ended up being my clients. And they will talk about how to argue, how to work through problems, and I'm an expert on that, truly. A divorce mediator is basically a communications expert, and a mediator, that's what we do, is we mediate problems. So we work through misunderstandings. When I was doing that all the time, that was my job, and it was very simple. And I could tell you, if you want to be a mediator, I could tell you how to do that. But to be a husband or a wife, you don't want to be a mediator. It's not what a marriage is all about. Your marriage is not a business. It's not a team. It's not a partnership. marriage isn't marriage. It's much higher than those others. And I know these terms are tossed around. You know, if people are not officially married, they call each other a partner, but it's not a partnership. In a partnership, there's expectations, you see. And in a marriage, which is based on love and happiness, expectations are like throwing metal filings into your oil before you put the oil into your car. It's just going to damage everything. Expectations are what you don't want. Misunderstandings are always based on, guess what? Expectations. You expect one thing, your husband or your wife expected something else, and now you're trying to work it out amicably, but the heat gets turned up because you're not getting your way. Anger comes out. And that's even actually why you searched for this video. How do I work through the understandings, the misunderstandings? So, I'm going to tell you exactly what to do, and you're going to go, yeah, but. And when I used to work with people, and I would explain things, well, before I could explain fully, someone would inevitably say, yeah, but. And I go, oh, here come the yeah, but birds. I gave them a cute little name. And the yeah, but birds poop on us. So I'm going to tell you what you should and shouldn't do right off the bat. And then I'll get into it a little deeper. So again, a misunderstanding is where expectations are not meeting. Okay, I just gave you the best hint of all. If you get rid of your expectations, you've gotten rid of your misunderstanding. But we're back. And there we go.
Oh, yeah. The voice of reason back in the building with yet another mind-slapping, twisting topic. And I don't know why my co-host tonight, legendary chef, all-around intellectual giant, master of the English language, literature. He's studied at Cambridge. My brother Tony Massey joins the fray.
Man, what does this have to do with the topic?
No, this hey, this all fits right in.
I don't know, so.
Gain clarity in love. Do you have a problem, or is it a problem of perception?
Yeah,
Ladies,
I'm not getting rid of my expectations. That's ridiculous.
hey, he had a good point. You had a good point.
He didn't, so.
Yes, he did.
If I walk into a steak restaurant with no expectations.
But that's a steak restaurant.
Well, I'm walking into a marriage. I'm walking into a relationship.
That's not a marriage.
You're right. Guess what? That's why it's an analogy.
Again,
I have expectations.
steaks aren't spiritual. Relationships are.
Here we go.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a fun one. Y'all, you can drop your expectations if you want to. Your heart gonna be broken.
Ladies and gentlemen, the voice of reason returns to KBLA Talk 1580. You already know what it is. We got a great topic provided to us by our friend, Tony Massey. Tony comes in here. Tony is the consummate social automaton. He is robotic in the way that he...
What?
Are you not Mr. Rules and Regulations?
Pliable.
No. Oh!
Malleable. What
No.
are you talking about?
Oh, you're scalable too. No, you're not.
You
No.
call me Mr. Play-Doh.
No.
I wrap around whatever is...
That is not the truth. And you know it.
Okay. On certain things, I can be, you know, a little immovable. But for the most part, you know.
Again, misunderstandings in relationship. Do you have a problem, or is your perspective the problem?
Yeah.
Why is it that we suffer, many of us suffer, in trying to understand just who our partner is? Don't even get to what they want. You got to first, who are you?
Who are you? Right.
And that's a tough question to ask when you're still trying to field the answer for yourself.
Sure.
When it comes to understanding your significant other, do you have a problem or a problematic perspective?
Yes. I love that question because I wrote it.
Of course.
I love it.
How do you call yourself to the floor?
I love the alliteration in it.
Here we go.
Because I do. I mean,
I wrote this and it's very beautiful.
I've been on the show long enough to know that Socratic questions come and then the discussion later. But if I could just deviate momentarily, I think this is the issue with most people. It's not your problem. It's your perspective of the problem. It's your vantage point. It's the whole making a mountain out of a molehill situation that so many people suffer from.
Or turning a molehill into a mountain.
Or that, right.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And it's like, that's why hindsight is 20/20, because not only does it give you a chance to look at what the problem was, but what doesn't happen, and this is the opportunity that's missed, is look at how did you view the problem when you thought it was a problem, right?
Oh, interesting.
And if you did that, then maybe the next time you have that molehill, you'll treat it for what it,
for what it is.
For what it is, a molehill. Yeah.
Wow.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's going down already. Get to your phone lines. Get ready, get ready, get ready, get ready. We want the whole nation to jump in because I already know. I already know. People struggle with understanding
Absolutely.
in intimate relationships.
Absolutely.
The guy in the clip brought up a salient point, though. When you are lost as a person, yet you are clear on your expectations, there will be disappointment when those expectations are not fulfilled. Agree or disagree?
I agree with that.
And what he's saying is, if we start getting down to the nuts and bolts of what it means to be a human being, all the significant work, right, for an individual to glow up is internal. Agree or disagree?
Agree.
You're the chief. You're the CEO of your happiness.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
You're the CEO of your self-esteem.
Sole proprietor.
You're the CEO of your self-worth.
Yeah.
You are the CEO of your sense of self, your self-concept.
Right.
Nobody else really knows that better than you, right?
True.
Now, throw in the layer of expectation.
Yeah, but.
Right? Throw in the layer of expectation.
Okay.
When I'm in a relationship to get, the relationship is doomed. Do you agree or disagree?
Yeah, I agree with the premise.
Do you understand, right?
I understand. Yeah.
If you're solely here to get something,
Right.
you're not dating a person, you're dating an outcome. And those outcomes are attached to expectations.
True.
Now, if we're talking about the core things like being happy, self-esteem, self-worth, self-approval, self-appreciation, self-acknowledgement, if you're doing all of that for yourself, does this not lessen the expectation on your partner to do it?
It does, but there should be an expectation that you help maintain the environment where I can continue to do it.
Don't come in here with no mess.
I'm just saying.
That's what you're saying.
Don't ruin.
Don't come in my house arguing.
I've created an oasis, and here you come with your stuff that don't fit anywhere in my place, and now I got to make room for you.
But this is misunderstanding right here. The person might feel unwelcomed in your space.
You're welcome in my space as long as you follow the rules, guidelines that I set forth.
And
for
the
my
passport
space.
that we give
I'm
you at the...
I'm just saying, you got try right now to go to Canada with no paperwork. They gonna turn you around, brother. That's what I'm saying.
Oh my God.
Everybody has rules. Everyone has guidelines that you have to meet in order to enter into their space. is it wrong am I really expected to just abandon all that and just let you in? And
So maybe it's not a perspective thing. Maybe it's more like an agreement.
yeah, if you agree to not interrupt my peace, then come on in. Get yourself something cold to drink.
Ladies and gentlemen, the voice of reason is on fire. Gain clarity in love. Is it a problem or a perspective? When it comes to understanding your significant other, do you have a problem or a problematic perspective? I need you to define what a problematic perspective is.
I think I was accused of this at one point in my life. It's viewing everything through the lens of pain, right? Or hurt, or disappointment, or whatever. It's the comfort that we feel in expecting things to go wrong because I've already dealt with that. And so it's refusing to allow myself to elevate beyond any place I've ever been because I'm not afraid of the elevation. I'm afraid of what I feel is the eventual fall.
Right. Krishnamurti said it this way. He says, we're not afraid of the unknown. We're afraid of the known coming to an end.
Right.
So, but those are traumatized people, Tone.
Are we all?
When we come forward, myself and Tone, we about to get into the misunderstandings of love.
Here we go. When Tony on the show, it feels like Les Miserables.
Les Miserables.
Wow.
Everybody hit the like button. Everybody hit the like button. We got a lot of people lagging on the likes.
We can all fall into the trap.
Yeah.
of
You just
mindless
lower the
spending.
mic just a little bit, the mic flag is like blocking your face.
Got it.
It's on the camera.
Okay. Like it up, y'all. What's up? Hit the likes for your brother. Can we get that? Like the video. There go Arabia.
Love y'all. Happy Tuesday, y'all.
Happy Tuesday. Why do people say happy days of the week?
I don't know. There's only one happy day in it. Friday.
Friday.
All the other days are just mediocre.
No, some people say happy Monday. I be like,
I don't fuck with Mondays, but Tuesdays I like.
Tuesday?
Yeah, I like Tuesdays and Fridays.
What's so special about Tuesday?
What up, y'all?
It's a good day.
What up, what up, what up, what
It's
up?
been an elongated Monday.
My people are in the
Taco
building.
Tuesday. I got you.
They shouting you out, Arabia. They said, Abu! Abu! What up, y'all? Y'all good?
Chicago in here.
Now, when I come back, I'm going to rattle off a few questions. I'm going to throw a couple back at you, and then we're going to the phone lines. What up, y'all? What up, what up, what up, what up? Good evening, good evening. Bet 100, shoot 100. Happy Sunday is my go-to. Yes, I've heard Happy Sunday.
Sunday is fun day.
Yeah.
My Sundays used to end at 3 o'clock, Joe.
You know, Sundays kind of piss me off.
They really do, man. They get you all excited for fun, and then you realize that right around the time the
Well,
sun is
Sunday's
about to
really
go
Saturday.
down.
Yeah, it's over.
It's over.
So,
Yeah. You got to get your mind right.
Sunday
for
is
Monday.
kind of like, shit.
Yeah.
Monday's tomorrow.
Yeah. Sunday is like dating a chick that you broke up with a year ago and then suddenly remembering, damn, now I remember.
Tony is
stupid. You crazy. I forgot.
Hey, everybody hit that like button. Hit that like button. Tony giving out sandwiches today? Probably not.
Never that.
Love this topic. Keep up the great work. Thank you, Kevin.
I will definitely give out sandwiches, but everybody ain't getting one.
You call her or you like this?
That's good.
Ghetto Gourmet. I appreciate you, brother. You got us on the board. We got $2 in the kitty. 20 minutes in. Ghetto Gourmet. JCS. We appreciate you, brother.
Nazarene, jelly bean. Thank you.
You ain't right, Tony Massey.
What?
Ghetto
What'd I do?
gourmet. Boo boo boo. Attila. Peru.
20
Darnell.
seconds.
We see you, baby. Darrell, I'm sorry, not Darnell. Darrell, my bad, baby. Always keep your guns locked, unloaded, and storage. Tory Lanez.
I got it.
10 years.
10 years, right for what? You want to prove a point? Beautiful. Right on time.
Giving out that
Let's
rap.
go, baby.
Daryl Hardy, thank you. Hey, that 90s R&B in the building.
Never go out of time.
You want to dig? The voice of reason is on fire tonight. And of course, my playlist is my co-host along with my brother, Tony Massey.
What up,
This
dog?
is Tony's topic.
Why you sound all exasperated?
Because misunderstandings are par for the course for intimate relationships, and the good ones figure out a way to work through it.
You know what, Joe? One of the things that really frustrates me about your thought process is how you an advocate for harmony in the midst of chaos, and the way you facilitate that transition is to look within and not without, right?
So hold on. Let me just be clear.
Yeah.
You gonna come on my show and attack Reggie?
I'm not attacking anything. I'm sharing my frustration because I've been in relationships and I know that many times I was the problem, and I'm okay with that. But I guess the way you frame things, it's almost like, okay, if you want to turn this chaos into peace, look within, let some things go.
Yes.
It's not that serious.
Right.
Build inside.
Yes.
That's ridiculous.
No, it's not.
It is.
And I'm gonna hit you with this. Seeing you want to be funny style on the voice of reason. What? I'm gonna hit you with this. Harmony is chaos.
Okay. What are we saying? I don't understand. Is this some theoretical?
They're
physics?
different. Hey, they're not the same. You need different chords to create harmony.
Right.
And where there are differences, this is where misunderstanding comes from. Ah. Yeah. You like that, don't you?
Yeah, that's good.
I'm the voice of reason, brother. Don't. Boy,
I yield to you.
don't ever come for me on my own
I
show.
was just sharing my thoughts.
Is
That's
that-
all I was doing. I wasn't.
Hey, your brother tried to attack me.
Never that. Never that.
Harmony is a type of chaos.
No. Okay.
You got different chords
Right.
that come together to create harmony.
Sure.
So now that means each chord is making space for the difference in the other,
Right.
the resonance
Right.
in the other.
Right.
See,
Okay.
you thought you was,
No, I like that. That's
Yeah.
good. That was really good.
you sure
Yeah, that was-
it was fly, right?
That was-
Hey, no, I love it.
Yeah.
Can misunderstandings and conflicts in relationship often be traced back to differing perspectives of shared experiences? I would say yes. To what extent can shifting our perspective from me to we improve the dynamics and problem solving within a relationship? How might preconceived notions, assumptions about gender roles and expectations impact the way we perceive our roles within an intimate relationship? These are some very heavy questions,
Yeah.
Tony. I think you did a good job here.
Thank you. Thank you.
You know, for the Socratic process that we laid out. But why is it that I struggle to understand my woman? Why is it that she struggles to understand me?
Yeah.
And what would you say the purpose of misunderstanding is in an intimate relationship?
I think it's it triggers or signals rather. It signals the presence of honesty. And what I mean by that is, I've always said, if you're in a relationship, whenever I hear couples say we never fight, then what I hear is
We lie.
we lie. A lot.
We lie.
We've never been honest with each other.
If
We've
we
never
not
been
fighting,
vulnerable
right.
with one another. We one of us is very passive, and we've allowed the other one to be so aggressive that you've literally lost yourself in that other person. You don't have an opinion.
Enmeshment. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And,
Well.
and I don't know that that's healthy,
No, it's not healthy.
because I think that I think the problem with being muted is at some point you're not going to have anything to say.
Mm.
And it's not that you're not running out of things to say. You've decided that your voice has no value anymore.
Because of what you've allowed yourself to play into.
Right. But then all it takes is one person to come along and say, talk to you. And it doesn't even have to be someone of the opposite sex.
So,
Just be someone who sees you, who values you.
so would you disagree with this? All misunderstanding in your relationship would go away if you had a better understanding of self.
See, that's the part that I struggle with. I think misunderstandings is, I want to say something. And maybe I don't know how to articulate it in a way that it could be easily consumed by my partner. Is it a messenger issue or a receiver issue?
It could be both.
To what degree?
If the messenger is a mess, can you blame the receiver because the messenger was a mess?
To what degree am I responsible for the receiver's ability to receive my message?
Well, if it's a message describing the essence and truth of who you are,
Right.
you are greatly responsible.
Shouldn't I just find a new receiver that?
Oh,
Is
so
a
you
little
think
more-
it's their ears, something wrong with their
I'm
ears?
just saying, maybe you're just unable to. It's like I've traveled the world, and I've heard people say, does anyone speak English? And what has happened is they've tried to send a message, have gotten exasperated and exhausted because the receiver is not able to understand the message, and so they go looking for another receiver.
So
to
you're
translate the message.
So you're looking for, does anyone speak Tony? That's what you're looking
That
for.
would be
Is there anybody out here that speak Tony?
man,
But think about the things that we ask for.
right?
Think about the things that we desire. When you're talking to people that are wise, you know what they say? Are you sure you want that?
True. Yeah.
And a lot of people want a lot of things, and they're not 100% sold on what they claim they want.
True.
And yet, they're upset when they're misunderstood. When we come forward, the voice of reason. I'm going to the phone lines because Tony in here tripping. I want to talk to the folks on the line. What up, y'all?
Exactly, bro. Neves. You heard me, but you're not listening. It has nothing to do with what I'm saying.
How long do we gotta talk to them before they don't want to listen?
That's what I'm saying. Exactly. At some point, you stop talking.
But what I always say, don't try to convince an unwilling ear. I say that all the
You
time.
say that all the time, and I think we're saying the same thing.
No, we're not.
It's
You just asked for somebody to speak fluent Tony. Where they grow them at?
What Lil Wayne say? Am I talking too fast or you listening too slow?
That's it.
Oh, now we're gonna put the pimp lingo
No,
on me.
I'm not advocating
Look,
pimpology.
Is that picture?
I'm not advocating.
Arabia come here and start pimping. Like what?
The ideas of Arabia are Arabia's alone.
Right. They do not represent the views and opinions of KBLA nor any of its
It belongs
hosts.
to Arabia and the pimp who told her that.
What the fuck? Am I talking too fast or you listening too slow? The fuck?
Oh
The
my
fuck
God.
going on with you?
All I'm saying is,
Speed your ears up.
at some point, you realize that we have a communication problem and it ain't me.
Wow. Is this what it's boiling down to,
I did,
Tony?
What?
You being right again?
No, I'm not saying that I'm right.
You scaring me, Tony.
I'm saying
No.
problem, and it's not me.
It's not me.
How do we have a communication problem, and it's not?
And
you?
how you left out of the we all of a sudden?
No, I'm in the way because I take responsibility for continuing to express myself to someone who is not willing to listen.
You crazy?
I'm not crazy.
A little bit.
I take full
Just a
responsibility.
poquito.
I
you
take
just said, show me how
full
crazy you are.
accountability for continuing to try and navigate your ignorance. That's on me. That onus is on me, and I apologize for thinking that you were capable of elevating
But
to
if you're
where I
talking
am.
to me hard
Now that
rock,
is
and
a
I'm
backhanded insult.
No,
if
it
I've
isn't.
ever heard
No,
one.
it isn't.
You're just not
If,
capable.
if you talking rock and roll to me, and I'm jazz,
Okay.
I'm not gonna hear you. You better turn it down and soft classical somewhere in the middle.
Or you can understand that I evolved from you, and maybe you just need to listen to your previous ear and not where you are right now.
So I gotta turn
You're
the rock.
listening through you're listening through the prism of your pain. You want to be who you are instead of trying to be who I'm helping you to become.
You
This is the
can't
nature
help
of the
nobody
relationship.
become something.
We all. Are you telling me that we
So
stay
if
the
I'm
same in
classical and
relationships?
you're rock, we can't meet in the middle. I gotta go to rock.
See, and what you're describing is compromise. And with compromise, someone always has to give up something. And you know who usually gives
Or
up?
everybody gives up
Yeah, I
something.
don't
That's-
necessarily.
No one
like,
wins then. No one wins.
What?
Stephen Covey said we should not be looking for compromise.
I don't know who
We
that
should
is.
be, he wrote the 7
I
Habits
know.
of Highly
Yeah, I
Effective
know.
People.
I know
He
you know.
said if I win and you lose, then we both lose.
Okay.
We should be looking for a win-win situation.
But that's what compromise
No,
is supposed to be.
No, compromise is someone has to give up something.
If you're 100 and
That's
I'm
not-
0,
No,
or I'm
not
0 and you're
someone.
100,
The
we gotta
people
be
in the
50-50.
relationship have to collectively give up something.
If I have to give up something to be with you, then I'm gonna give up you.
Oh, say it again.
No.
Say it again.
I missed it. I was
We
showing.
need this shit on the air.
What happened? What was that?
My man said if I got
Once
to
you
give
start-
up something to
Once
be
you
with
start
you,
once you
then I'm
start-
gonna give you up.
Because once you start compromising, that becomes the expectation.
We saying this on the air.
We can say
I'm gonna
that.
ask you the question again. I was gonna go to the callers, but I gotta
No,
see.
go to the callers.
Hell nah.
And we
And
stacked
then say
up.
that me, we, that, and you thing again. What?
No, it's not.
We?
Atala is not giving up. It's understanding that
Jesus.
it's not surrender.
Him down.
Him downstairs. Him downstairs.
I'm not surrendering. I'm realizing that I shouldn't be here.
Third
in the
eye
first
agree
place.
with you.
I think more people would be happier if they realized I've given up too much.
How's it working out for you?
I mean, I'm getting divorced, but but I'm happy. I mean, yeah.
What the?
I didn't say it was foolproof.
I didn't say it was a sound thought. I just articulated it well.
I don't believe that longevity is a barometer for a good relationship. I never believed that. Like these people say, we've been together 75 years. That doesn't mean that you're happy. It doesn't mean
No,
you're in a
happiness
relationship.
is the barometer.
Right. I agree. But how can
And sometimes you got to sacrifice in order to get certain levels of happiness.
I feel like the more you, I've had in my life, I've had to accept that's, my mother used to say, you have to accept that you may be further along than the people who hurt you are.
Ooh.
And so you have
Come
to
on, mama. She got more jewels than you. Have your mama on the phone.
You have to accept.
Can you call your mama and get her on the show?
That asking them to come to where you are, to meet you where you are and apologize is more than they're able to do because you're further along emotionally, psychologically, the whole nine than they are. But my retort is
30 seconds.
how is that my fault? It shouldn't be.
Jesus.
Tone. Tony, boy.
Thank you, Mimi. I appreciate you.
So we're unapologetically progressive, Tony.
I've been watching you for so very long, trying to be so wrong. But now I understand, 'cause you're the kind of lady with so much class. I forget what to say. Such a beautiful talk.
Ooh, it really turned me on. Come on, come on, come on. I really wanna meet you. Can I talk to you?
In romantic love, under the mistaken view, unconsciously imported from law courts and school debating traditions, that the person who is right or has the stronger case should legitimately win any argument. But this is fundamentally to misunderstand what the point of relationships might be. It is not to defeat an opponent. There are no prizes for winning other than self-satisfied loneliness. The point is more to try to help each other to evolve into the best versions of ourselves. There's a kind of argument that erupts when one partner has a largely correct insight into the problems of their partner. With a stern, masterful, and almost gleeful tone,
Tony.
they may declare, "You've been drinking too much," or "You hogged the conversation at the party," or "You're always boasting," or "You don't take enough responsibility," or "You waste far too much time online," or "You never take enough exercise." The insight is maybe not wrong. That is what's so tricky. The critic is correct, but they are unable to win because there are no prizes in love for correctly discerning the flaws of our partners. Indeed, paradoxically, by attacking a partner with clinical energy, we reduce our chances of ever reaching the real goal, the evolution of the person we have to live with. When we are on the receiving end of a difficult insight into our failings, what makes us bristle and deny everything isn't generally the accusation itself. We know our flaws all too well. It's the surrounding atmosphere. We know the other person is right. We just can't bear to take their criticism on board, given how severely it's been delivered. So we start to deny everything, not because the accusations are wrong, but because we're terrified. The light of truth is shining too brightly.
You scare people, Tony.
First of all, I don't appreciate you putting the camera on me, knowing what that clip says.
You scare people.
Well, no, I don't. No, I don't.
Okay, Tony, you got a little bit of insight, but you can't be the master of your partner's experience. That's why I say misunderstandings are inherent in relationships, and the good ones make space to create harmony out of the discord.
Yeah, yeah. So
Yeah.
what I'm hearing is
Yeah.
my partner has a problem that's causing chaos in our relationship.
Right.
The right thing for me to do is not bring it to their attention in a way that allows them to accept it and modify that behavior. What I should do is just sit silently while the walls of Jericho fall down around us, and just bite my tongue, because it's not my job to bring to the... I thought relationships were a mirror.
They are.
Apparently, it's a one-way mirror because there's no reflection on their part.
No, I hear where you're going, Tony, but people process and deal with tough situations and conflict in their life. They deal with it in different ways.
And this is my issue, Zoe. Why should I have to be the resting place for all of your
Because you love them. That's the end of it.
So
I had to sound like somebody's grandpa. 'Cause you said you wanted the girl, right? You chose that woman, right?
I did.
And you knew everything that was going down when you chose her, right?
I had an idea.
You love the girl then, man.
So I'm the resting place for all her unresolved trauma.
MAN is an acronym.
Oh Lord.
Somebody uncle right now.
Yeah.
MAN is an acronym for manifest answers now.
Okay.
Figure it out. You love the girl, don't you?
I do.
You try to make it work, right?
I'm trying.
Then it tries to fail, man. You heard Yoda. Do
There is no
or do
try.
not. There is no try. That's what you got to do, man. You got to put the work in.
And where does all my trauma go then? So while I'm holding all her bags, what do I do with all my stuff?
Now, this is where we come together.
Okay.
I do believe the supporter needs to be supported too.
Oh, but who's going to do that? Because I'm sitting here silently watching her tear through our relationship.
No, what it is you waiting to get your questions answered. You want clarity.
I do.
And
Am
so,
I not-
but if they going through something, Tony,
But
this is how you exacerbate a misunderstanding that was once a molehill.
No, this is where compromise becomes an issue. Then you start getting hit with, you never have a problem with that. You always allow that. Now you're switching things up on me.
Because you switching up, Tony.
So I'm telling you from the very beginning,
That
do
ain't
not
the-
compromise. On the first date.
All right, here we go. Callers are on the line from all over the nation. They want to talk. Let's get it cracking. Who's been on the longest? Oh, my brother Nazarene X from Atlanta, Georgia. Get in here.
Right, I'm letting y'all get together, man, look, this whole perspective thing, I just start with, at the end of the day, I think a lot of our problems come because, in general, off the top, we are all out here speaking a foreign language anyway. So we trying to utilize a language that we feel like we know, but inbuilt to English in general, it's built for conflicts of interest. So we gotta like really be dialed into what we mean when we say or express whatever we are doing, and thus our perspectives. Just like I heard KRS say, in regards to hip hop, like our worlds are ruled by our words. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So like a plumber can walk into a room and identify a bunch of different stuff, and the painter may not know what he's talking about. So it's just like, if you come with a certain level of vocabulary, so what may be a problem for someone else might be one of your superpowers that you're just not willing to let go of, or it might actually serve you. And you gotta have conviction to stand in that, if that's your truth. But then also, like, if someone can offer you a level of insight, or
Nephew.
y'all can get to a common ground.
Nephew, Tony ain't listening to you.
Yes, no, I actually have a follow-up question. No,
All this
I'm
wisdom
listening to all of it. I
my
love it.
nephew done called in here with, and I see you on your phone, Tony.
No,
We have a disconnect here,
I
Tony.
was formulating a question.
As my brother, Tony, you disrespecting
No,
the
I'm
show.
not. So that's when I have a question. I love the analogy of the plumber and the painter. To what extent does the plumber, if we walk into that same room, but it's a plumbing problem, shouldn't the painter yield to the plumber's expertise?
Absolutely.
What if he doesn't want to? To what extent is the plumber now responsible for silencing the painter because his words, as you said, are now problematic? His perspective is problematic.
Then respectfully say, all mess and cleanup is your responsibility. How about that, Tony?
So who's going to say that? The plumber?
No, you say that to whoever is the plumber or the painter in the relationship.
Most of the time, I'm the plumber.
All right, then you tell the painter, since you wanna.
No, I'm trying to prove a point. The point that I'm making.
That's your problem right there. You're always trying to prove a point.
No, I'm trying to. You made a great point. We're all speaking a different language.
Right.
So at some point, the pervasive language needs to be spoken, and the other one needs to be silenced.
This is I'm right.
No,
That's what it is, Tony.
I'm not right. I'm just
Get
right
in here,
right now.
Nazarene. Get in here, brother.
Uncle Tony, I hear you, right? This is our scenario there, right? Well, we gotta first look at, and you have married from your standpoint of drawing the question, right? Even if it's a plumbing problem, if you have a painter on the premises that does not belong, that's one thing. But if the painter is supposed to be there, and y'all are supposed to be in the same, vicinity, and the work that the plumber is there to execute upon is going to affect what the painter is there to do too. Like, you can do the plumber thing, but as the painter, they should be able to say, hey, well, while you do that, here's some, what you call the painter's tape, the carpenter's tape, so that the spackle doesn't interfere with what I'm here to do. Maybe I'm here, on the wrong day, but if
Tony
we
doesn't
gotta
agree.
yield to one another.
He doesn't agree to it.
First of all, this is a plumbing issue. Your painter's tape ain't gonna do nothing for me. It's gonna get wet and get in the way. I need you to stay in your lane. That's what I need you to do. And right now,
And that's the superintendent. Yes, sir.
Tony, on a scale of 1 to 10, Tony, 10 being the highest, 1 being the lowest,
okay.
how much of a controller are you in your relationship?
3.
Tony, it doesn't sound like it.
I don't control it. I am not a controlling person. But if I'm right about something,
Okay, on a scale of 1 to 10, how much of a rightaholic are you?
I do not argue with wisdom. When someone When someone makes a point, if I'm in a debate and someone made the comment that there's no trophies unless you're in a debate team or whatever, I get that. But if I'm in a debate and I recognize that there's an expert in the room, I yield to that person's expertise.
Me
and
too,
I just
sure.
want the same energy. That's all.
So you want your significant other to yield to your
Expertise on the topic that we're discussing.
your grandiose
No, I see you add words.
the aura of Tony.
No.
The Lord has arrived.
You try to turn me into a megalomaniac. and
Bend the knee.
That's not, no.
Hey, Nazarene X, we appreciate the call, brother. You brought Atlanta, Georgia in the building. If you want to bring your city in the building, all you got to do is call me at 1-800-920-1580. When we come forward, we're going to Newport Beach to talk to our friend Sean. Tony be wildin'.
No, I'm not.
I love it. Tony is Thanos. I am inevitable. That's Tony. I am inevitable.
I'm saying the brother had a righteous cause, man. I'm saying, I mean, we only have so much.
Hey, who was more righteous? Thanos or Killmonger?
I think they both were.
Or Bane?
I agree with all three of them.
Makes sense.
I love.
It's really making sense.
I love these villains with righteous causes because they're not villains. Their message is only tainted by their method.
Right.
But if they're, but they've evolved. I mean, yeah, the Joker just wanted to create chaos. That's all he wanted. He didn't want to be rich. But Bane, Killmonger, Thanos, they recognize the world has a problem and I'm here to solve it.
These all you little motherfuckers, huh?
Just saying.
It's making sense to me,
They're
man.
misunderstood.
It's making sense to me.
Think how many people have been left out of the Wakanda experience. All Killmonger wanted to do is put, just in case Alabama happened again. Think how many, all of us should have a chair. If this was Wakanda, there's only 7 people with chairs. Now imagine us all got chairs. That's all that brother wanted to do. He wanted to put a chair in the hand of every able-bodied man and woman. That's it.
Hey, Truemonger is right. Tony is Thanos. Pretty Brown Mimi, Atala, Truemonger. Can y'all call in? Kev, ZZ, YZ, call in. There are no perfect messengers, just perfect messages. I want y'all to call in. Pretty Brown Mimi. Of course, my brother Haru Ali, call in. Live Free, call in. Everybody hit the like button. We're 15 people behind on the likes. Can everybody hit the like button? Get to your phone lines. Of course, Nzinga. I'm not even going to ask Third Eye because he never calls in. Dontarius Young, call in. Y'all got to talk to Tony. Ask Tony questions tonight.
I feel so misunderstood here.
Spell it out, Tony. KBLA Talk 1580, the voice of reason. Do you have ongoing misunderstandings with your partner? If so, could your perspective be the real problem? The great Krishnamurti put it this way. How do you listen? Do you listen with your projections? Through your projection, through your ambitions, desires, fears, anxieties, through hearing only what you want to hear, or only what will be satisfactory, what will gratify, what will comfort, what will, for the moment, alleviate suffering? If you listen through the screen of your desires, then you obviously listen to your own voice. You are listening to your own desires. And is there any other form of listening? Is it not important to find out how to listen, not only to what is being said, but to everything? To the noise in the street, to the chatter of the birds, to the noise of the train car, to the restless sea, to the voice of your husband, to your wife, to your friends, to the cry of the baby. Listening has importance only when one is not projecting one's own desires through which one listens. Can one put aside all of these screens through which we listen and really listen? The great Krishnamurti, he's saying we've never heard each other because we're listening through the screens of I don't want to do this again. Through the screens of I hope this doesn't happen again. Through the screen of I'm tired of being misunderstood. Right? So now that becomes the ambition for what we want from another.
Right.
So I'm asking you, Tony.
Why so aggressive?
Because Tony ain't up for none of this.
No, I recognize that we have this, a lot of us have this very unrealistic expectation that if I change my partner, I'll change my experience. And I like
if you change yourself, you will change your experience.
No, I think that's the right answer. But I think a lot of us operate in this space where all I need to do is change my partner. I just need a better person.
Right.
not be a better person.
Ooh.
I just need to be. I just need a better person, right?
Ooh.
It's like packing all your stuff and moving into a different apartment, and then unpacking all your stuff and realizing it wasn't the apartment; it was all your stuff. You know what I mean? Like you need new stuff,
Right.
which to me is the internal.
Uh-huh.
And when you operate in that fallacy, you just keep ruining relationships. And you start asking silly questions like, why do I always attract this type of person? Or why do I always, why is it isn't, what's the common denominator?
But to me, that's the manifestation of misunderstanding right there.
If
you ask the question, why do I always get this?
Right.
That there's a misunderstanding right there.
No, I agree.
Because you don't know why.
No, you do. And this is where
some people don't
This
know.
is where you let people off the hook.
I don't let anybody off
I
there.
think
You
you
coming
do.
for me again?
No, I'm saying, I think people are more aware of their issues than we give them credit for.
They might be aware of the issue, but do they know where it came from? Do they know how it evolved? Do they know what level of power it has in their decision-making process when it comes to dating?
Is it necessary to know the origin of a problem in order to fix it?
Not necessarily,
So
but
let's focus on fixing the problem,
hold
and the
on.
origin will reveal itself.
I would say, psychologically speaking, especially when you're dealing with relationships, yes, the origin matters. Because part of the solution is in your origin story.
Okay.
So sometimes you have to go back to go, wow, this is where I got that. Oh, this is why I was made to feel small.
But how does that fix? I mean, how does that lend to? Okay, you have daddy issues.
Yeah.
How does recognizing that then provide any type of roadmap?
You want me to help you with it?
To a solution.
Once you know better, you do better.
But
For many people.
But you know better already. That's the
No,
problem I have.
Tony, nobody has a toolbox ready to go that they fully understand the contents of. Most people don't know.
To me, it's like driving around with your check engine light on. You don't know what's wrong with the car, but you know something is wrong. Go get your car fixed.
Where do I start?
At the mechanic, man. Just
go to the mechanic.
That's it. Go to a therapist. They'll figure it out.
Then
But I think so.
What happens when the mechanic is a dirty mechanic?
I mean, that's a part of the process. That's a part of the process. But you know that something's wrong with the car.
Yeah.
Something's wrong.
Yes.
And I think so many of us are just riding around just with the check engine light on, just ignoring it.
There are, yes, but you have people that are truly afraid to look inward.
I agree. So when
this is Carl Jung.
So when we encounter, when someone who has done the work has encountered these people, am I really supposed to just sit in the passenger seat?
Hold on.
And look over and see the light? Just
listen.
I see it.
What I'm not going to do is let you call folk these people. That's what I'm not going to do. You will not disrespect the mantle of the voice of reason. Now, when we come forward, I done had about enough of Tony. When we come forward, we're going to talk to some callers tonight because Tony and these people, this is all too much. Tony, you did just help my argument.
I didn't mean these people.
That's what you said, Tony.
I meant the people.
I be trying to hide the elitists from everybody.
With the check engine light. That's what
Tony makes black-eyed peas and rice. And Tony is one hell of a chef. The man's food is delicious. He's not a salt and pepper cook.
I'm not.
But when you get in here talking like these people, boy, damn.
I'm just saying. When we find out that the Joker got thrown in a vat of acid or whatever, do we now have empathy for the brother? No,
yes.
No, we don't. He's still crazy.
He's a human being. The motherfucker shouldn't have been thrown in no damn.
You're right, but how does that?
He was thrown in the vat of acid by the hero.
So
the fuck?
So we now have empathy for
hell
all the
yeah.
havoc that he's
I'm gonna join Joker's gang. You know, fuck Batman. You know, Batman be on some bullshit. That motherfucker could have just killed you or handcuffed you or took your ass to jail. Nah, this motherfucker want to throw you in some acid. What kind of sick, asinine motherfucker would do that? Now, come on.
I'm just saying, that does not, that your problems do not provide you a path to your chaos. I'm just saying that I don't have time to sit here and listen to your problems. That's not my job. Your job is to fix you. My job, if we're in a relationship, is to
It's to
facilitate
fix.
the process.
It's not. Facilitator.
It's
You
not.
just want to be in the catbird seat of power.
No.
That's what you want. My job is to facilitate your healing,
That's
because
it.
you're the one that's fucked up here.
No, I'm not saying that.
That's what it's implying. That's
I'm-
what it's giving.
I'm fucked up too, but I know what to do about it.
Hey,
You
but
know.
I'm better at fixing it than you
I
are.
recognize there's
Now,
a
I'm
problem.
fucked up, but I'm a little further along than you. So what you need to do
I'm just saying.
is fucking listen. When I tell you, this nigga gave himself a role, facilitator. Listen here, I'm the facilitator of our problems.
I am. If
Run
you
your motherfucking problems by me.
If you do, I will show you that they're not actual problems.
Listen,
It's just your
before you
perspective.
try to solve anything,
I'm just saying.
run that shit across my desk.
And I will show you that what you're
crazy.
No, I'm not. What I will show you is that what you're looking at is not a problem.
But then
It's
again,
only
you
a
have to
problem through your
understand
own
that
eyes.
We are talking to Kobe Bryant, Michael Jackson, with Beyonce.
Somebody said that's how Virgos help, though.
I know, like, this is just inherently him. Like, I think
Nzinga-
play on purpose.
Nzinga said that's how Virgos help, though.
I mean,
You fucked up. I'm not. Let me fix it.
Meanwhile, everybody said, Kobe, you a little cute to deliver. Kobe said, I don't give a fuck, we
The
win.
problem whisperer.
but did you die?
Misunderstand our intentions. We say one thing, we mean one thing, and people make something else of it. People make a completely different interpretation. They misinterpret our intention, and it can result in all sorts of trouble. In this video, I'm going to teach you a method that Abraham Lincoln used repeatedly to great effect to avoid misunderstanding. Hi everybody, I'm Bruce Lambert from HowCommunicationWorks.com, a channel where I teach you communication skills so you can improve your relationships, succeed at work, and have more confidence. Let's get started. Communication is difficult and challenging, and one of the reasons it's difficult and challenging is that we can't always make ourselves perfectly understood. A lot of times we say something and we intend to mean something, and the people who we're talking to appear to hear something different. They draw different inferences than the ones we want them to. They come to different conclusions than the one we want them to. And it can create all sorts of difficulties when people do not understand our intended meaning. But it's really difficult to avoid this because the whole goal of communication is to convey to another person our intentions, our intended meaning. And the other person, the person listening, their goal is to understand the speaker's intentions. But intentions are largely hidden, right? They're thoughts, and they're private. We can try to make them public, but we almost never make them completely explicit. We say a bunch of things to try to clarify our intentions, but mostly communication is inferential. I've talked about this in the blog a lot of times, and I'll link to, or in the description I'll link to one of the blogs that talks about this at length. But communication, people have the wrong idea about it. They think it's like understanding a code, decoding a coded message. But it's really much more like solving a mystery. And the idea is that the words a person speaks, as well as all the other information in the situation, are like clues. And what we're trying to do is understand, unravel the mystery of what their intentions are. So we're like Sherlock Holmes. We're looking at every clue in order to understand someone's intentions. And often there are very few cues. We have the words people said, and we also have their posture, gesture, facial expression, the circumstances, the context, what I know about what they know, what I know about they know I know, our past history. All these things, the rate, volume, and pitch of their speech, all these things are clues to what they might mean. But in the end...
And once again, the voice of reason on KBLA Talk 1580 from the heart of Africa Town. You already know what it is, aka Lamert Park. What up, Lamert Park? Zoe Williams is here with you. My brother Tony is here. We just played this amazing clip, and Tony disagreed with 90% of everything that was said. Why, Tony?
Because I am not Sherlock Holmes. I am not Scooby-Doo. I am not the Bloodhound Gang. Why do I have to sit here and go through your collection of clues in order to figure out what you're saying? You're an adult. Speak. Just say what you mean and mean what you say.
Tony?
Communicate effectively. It is not my responsibility to navigate the swamps of your pain to find out what you want. Just tell me what you want.
Now listen, we have some amazing therapists here on KBLA.
Okay.
15A. I'm going to suggest that
I'm sorry. I just spit at the biggest germaphobe I know. I'm so sorry.
what in the world?
I'm so sorry, Zoe.
I'm going to suggest
I didn't know where you were going with that.
that you call her Jashana Johnson.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Don't worry, I got Lysol. Don't worry.
Oh my God. I do not need psychotherapy.
Yes, you do.
You're telling me that it is my job to sit here and navigate through all your crap in order to figure out what you're saying? Grow up.
If you want to understand.
I think the person that needs the therapist is the person who does not have the ability to effectively communicate.
Tony, you make it seem like you got communication down to a science.
I don't, but you don't have to sit
You're
here.
just better than your partner.
No.
So you want power over them. You want dominion in your relationship.
No, so you're putting words in my mouth.
Okay.
I'm saying at the very least, if I'm in a relationship with an adult, which I only engage with adults, then at the very least you should be able to communicate effectively. Why do I have to sit here and try to put clues together? Your posture, your tone, your tenor, your all this other. That's ridiculous. That's asking too much.
Is it?
It is.
I don't think so.
Deal with your
For
stuff.
the average people on planet Earth, you think that's too much?
Deal with your stuff and then come talk to me like a grown-up.
You make it seem like dealing with your stuff is like going down to CVS and buying some antacids.
No.
It ain't that easy.
Go through get into therapy.
Listen, Jashana Johnson said it. Dr. Sunshine, Shalonda Crawford said it. Dr. Mayo, Mayumi McKinley, Delana Zimmerman. Man, our nervous systems are dating. Our wounds are dating. Trauma bonding. It's more than just somebody in here talking. Listen here, I'm a little bit further along in spiritual development than you are. So what that means is by default, de facto ruler of this particular relationship would be me. So any problems you have, run them across me before you try to handle them yourself. Listen.
I'm not saying that.
That's really what you said.
If in order for me to, if in order for me to communicate with you, I have to go through a set of clues then don't you think that's a problem?
But what if they're learning to open up? What if they're learning to be vulnerable? What if they're learning to share? What if this is the first environment that provided enough safety for them to tiptoe out a little bit in communication?
That's unfortunate.
No, it's not.
It is.
That's actually attributed to you because you made the space, the environment safe enough for them to even do what they haven't done to this point.
And that's great for you, but what about me?
Boy,
What
Tony.
about me? No, I'm saying. So what am I doing while you're going through this process of revolution and revelation and all this other stuff? The lights are shining all over. I'm in the dark.
Let me just say, you gotta win when they win.
No, I don't. I don't need to win when you win, but I don't want to lose in order for you to win.
But you like one of them dogs. You gotta eat. Do you know how the dogs eat? They gotta eat together. Like when he eat, we eat, right?
No, I just don't want to lose because you won. That's all I'm saying.
Oh man.
And I think and if
that's
I'm honest,
that's some slight collective.
no, if I'm honest, I think too many people are really comfortable using their past as a crutch for not doing the work to have a better future.
Right. I was
I think it's
raised
too
like
much.
this, and this
Yeah.
is who I am. Right.
Okay, and I've always said this. You can blame your childhood for your problems right up until the point where you realize your childhood is the reason for your problems. Once you come to that moment of revelation,
Right.
then you need to start doing the work. But if you're still blaming your parents for your problems in your 40s, come on, man.
Well, if you
are
haven't,
parents.
well, if you haven't done the work yet,
Then it's not your parents anymore. It's you. You're the problem.
uh,
Your problem is your unwillingness to deal with whatever is causing you to have these issues.
Lord.
It's not my job to come along and say, okay, well, I put these clues together. I play. Is it the Colonel Mustard in the in the library with the pipe? Come on, that's
I'm
too
gonna do
much.
this. Krishnamurti says it this way: if we try to listen, we find it extraordinarily difficult. Because we are always projecting our opinions and ideas, our prejudices, our background, our inclinations, our impulses. When they dominate, we hardly listen at all to what's being said. One listens and therefore learns, only in a state of silence, in which the whole background is in abeyance, is quiet. Then, it seems to me, it is possible to communicate. What he's saying is, all that stuff you was talking about, the baggage and all that and everything and whatever, you can't have true communication if it's being filtered through your projections, your opinions, your ideas, your prejudices, your backgrounds, your inclinations, your impulses. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because those things are trying to dominate the outcome. They want an outcome. They need to be satiated.
Right.
So people are dating outcomes, right? The potential of what I can get out of this. They're not trying to fully understand themselves. So they're in a space of self-misunderstanding. They're going into the relationship. They want a particular outcome. So they feel like, I don't even have to worry about being understood or misunderstood. I just need to perform and behave in alignment to what these wounds are demanding they should have. That's most people.
Right.
Tony.
What? That's
you,
me?
That's you too.
No. I don't come into a relationship expecting outcomes.
You don't be projecting.
Projecting my
Your
trauma?
opinions, your belief, your
not
ideas, your prejudices,
I'm
your
not
background.
projecting anything. I'm sharing.
Oh, now you're sharing. Let's get to the phone lines, man. Tony playing, man. When we come forward, we're going to talk to the callers finally, because I'm arguing with Tony. But you know what? I ain't going to argue no more.
Bro, I am so sorry. I did not know where you were
Yeah,
going.
I got it. Don't worry.
Oh my God.
I
I'm so sorry.
got it.
Can you spray this motherfucker down real quick?
And they would just say you are a consummate professional. I'm
They
sure.
said Tony make therapists go to therapy. That's what they said in the chat.
Hey, man, you spraying a little light.
Let
Let this motherfucker rip, man.
I'll see y'all tomorrow.
All right.
You gone?
I got a meeting today at 8. I'm late already.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So you are a consummate professional, because I'm sure every fiber in your being wanted to just.
I was like, what the fuck? Ah! This nigga spit. Hell no.
Oh, shit. This is what happens when Zoe catches you off guard.
First off, I'm a ban drinks in this one.
Right.
You end up having
To clean. This is some Sheldon level germaphobe right here.
Hell, motherfucker, yeah.
Wake up, people.
The fuck?
Optimizing every waking hour of your life. From carpooling kids to
No, you
work,
good.
friends,
Oh
and
my
everything
God.
in between.
That motherfucker came in here and spit everywhere.
Next generation Sleep Number Smart Bed. It effortlessly adjusts to your shape, position, and movement. Learning how you sleep, so you learn to sleep better, night after night.
Dear Mrs. Zoe, Jashana was coughing and you didn't say nothing. You know why? Because she kept her coughs quiet. There was some little girl coughs. I wasn't worried about it. Tony come in this motherfucker spitting,
No,
literally.
That was on me. I take full responsibility of it. I was caught off guard.
Tony, listen, man.
I was
stop.
totally caught off guard.
It's cool, Tony. I see how you do. Just disrespect people's shit.
No.
That shit is comedy.
Oh my goodness. Tony motivates bulldozers at construction sites. Wow.
Tony Wild. Y'all know Tony Wild?
Lysol needs to respond to this show.
They do.
I mean,
And you know I can't even sneeze in this motherfucker without you out of the fit. This motherfucker's backsplash this whole motherfucking wall. Okay? Look.
You know I don't like it. I don't fuck with germs.
I feel so horrible.
Is it me or this show is flying? It's 8:17 already?
We only have one caller.
This shit flying. No, we got callers now. Y'all gotta hit that super chat and stop playing. Ladies and gentlemen, my playlist is my co-host.
Who is that?
That's Brandy from her first album.
That's a throwback.
And this wasn't even a single.
Yeah, I don't remember ever hearing that.
Come on, man. One of the best records on that album.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That was good.
You was listening. You had that look on your face like, what is
What
that?
is this? Yeah.
Yeah. The Voice of Reason is live on KBLA Talk 1580. We're talking about misunderstandings in relationship. I'm trying to help my brother,
What?
Tony.
I'm good. I'm good.
No, Tony.
So good.
No, you struggle. You struggle with making space for others.
No, I don't. I make plenty of space for others.
All right, here we go.
To the extent that I have it to give.
And then you take it back when you see that they're not performing to your standards. Tell the truth and shame the devil, Tony.
That is a mischaracterization of how I feel. All I'm simply saying is we both need to show up as our best selves.
Okay.
That's all.
All right, here we go. Callers, let's get him in here. Sean from Newport Beach. What up, Sean?
Hey, Brother Zoda and Mr. Massey. Let me
Mr.
tell you, number one, hey, I've been listening,
That's my
and I listened to some shit. Look, when you have a friend like Mr. Massey, it will tell you exactly what he thinks, even if he's disagreeing with you. That is a brother. That is your brother. That is the guy you can rely on. See, because here's the thing with relationships, as an old ass guy like I am, and don't worry, I won't cuss, is that, you need to understand the people who are there by you shoulder to shoulder. And they aren't there all the damn time. But I'll tell you what, we
don't want to be a biconceptual, which a lot of people are. What I mean by a biconceptual, sometimes in your workplace, you'll be like, oh, I'm all friendly with you and I'll agree with everything, go along to get along. And then when you're at your home, in your family, you're kind of your true self. All right? And what I'm saying here is that Mr. Massey was just raising his, concerns and his beliefs on things. And I'll tell you what, when you have experiences with someone that you want to be with, like be with sexually and be a part of, have that relationship like marriage and stuff like that, you better be darn good at other relationships. And that's what I mean. Because between you two brothers, you guys are actually really good friends, very close. He opened up to you, and you did your thing, Zoe, and said you disagreed. That's what it's all about. If you can't have the communications that are difficult, you're not going to be able to have a real relationship with a woman in which that's going to happen, or a man, whatever your situation is, because you're going to have disagreements all the time. And there's nothing wrong with that.
Now you listen to
All right.
Sean.
That was
You
wisdom.
listen to Sean.
Thank you, Sean.
And
That
don't
was
you give him no pushback.
No,
me.
that was straight. That was pure.
unadulterated wisdom.
Sean.
You did curse twice after saying the word.
Sean, we love you, brother, and I
Absolutely.
miss you, man. You got to keep calling, man. Thank you, man. Listen, if you want to bring your city in the building, all you got to do is call us at 1-800-920-1580. We want to know your perspective and your opinion on being misunderstood. Is your perspective the problem, or do you really have a real problem? That's what Tony brought to the table. The number to dial is 1-800-920-1580. I want to talk to you. Join the discussion. I know you have some insight to share. Let's get to Atala from Houston, Texas.
H-Town.
Get in here.
What up, y'all? Uncle Tony, Uncle Joe, how are y'all?
Oh, we good.
Good.
In here arguing like two old uncles.
Look, and I'm loving every minute of it. Okay, y'all sound like my people.
All we missing is the yak.
Yeah, and some dominoes.
That's it.
Right.
I
So,
got a question for you, though, for Tony.
Okay.
I have a serious question. So, Uncle Joe's kind of talking about making space, right? But who makes space for you in your life? The real you.
Ooh.
yeah.
Really?
That's what just happened.
Oh, national radio?
Yes.
I'll be-
This is your life calling.
For real.
I'll be honest with you.
That is a great question, and I will be very transparent and say I don't make room for that.
And
I don't.
that's why you misunderstood.
No, I don't. I have a lot of issues with vulnerability in relationships, and it does stem from my childhood, and I've been working on.
This is why you got to go back to your childhood.
But you tried to argue me down.
No,
What am I going back to the childhood
No,
for?
I said-
Because of that right there.
I said it's not a necessary component for a solution.
Yes, it
And
is.
so I'm trying to allow room for people to show up for me in that way. But the difficult part is it requires a level of transparency that I'm not always comfortable with.
But yet you're a little further ahead.
No,
And you should by default be the leader.
I can articulate it.
You just made my point.
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
If I was making your point, then this is how I would have answered her question.
Let's hear it.
I would have said, I mean, I pray.
I don't say I don't.
No, that.
You gotta. If you gonna mimic me.
No, I'm not mimicking you.
Okay.
I'm saying that if I was emotionally stunted, like the people you advocate for, then
I would have answered the question.
I would have made Ata look for clues and listen to the pitch of my voice and all this other stuff. Because I would have not been able to articulate that. I recognize it's a problem, and I'm trying to fix it.
What are your 3 character flaws that you carry into a relationship that you know of off the top, Tony?
I tend to be very. I don't make a lot of room for mistake. I'm black and white. I tend to be very black.
You're a black and white thinker. That's
I
fine.
am.
Yeah, that's
Um,
conflict producer. Go ahead.
I have a problem with space. physical.
No, I said character flaws.
That's fine. We can get into the space
No, I
And
mean-
the ancillary and tertiary problems that you have. But that is not
No,
what I'm talking
it
about.
manifests in my character in that I tend to want space, and I fear being controlled to the point where I will manufacture space if I feel like I'm being
You're a
controlled.
saboteur.
I'm not a saboteur.
I mean, it's fine.
That is not what I said. That's not what I said. And the final is I tend to make decisions so that I don't have to, I make decisions in peace so that I don't have to make decisions in fear. Right?
Interesting.
So I preempt fearful situations by making decisions that keep me out of those situations.
I love it.
So I'll shut down. I'll completely shut down.
Attila, would you date Tony?
What the hell? What just happened? See, this is why I don't open up.
The question is not would I date Tony, but have I dated someone like Tony? And the answer is yes.
That wasn't the question. You don't get to change the question, Attila. You just go,
Tony, she's dated somebody like you, man.
that ain't enough for me.
Yes.
See,
Did it work out?
now my
Attila?
abandonment issues again.
Attila, did it work out?
No, it crashed horribly. I have a question though. I have another question.
Go ahead.
What would be your advice or your warning to a woman that is interested in pursuing your
That's a great question. I would say understand.
Number one, mind your business.
Spoke when spoken to.
No. So that's not who I am. No, I would say, it's important to be honest. And even if that honesty, I prefer honesty over empathy. So even if you have to
Why
hurt my
not?
feelings,
Can we have both?
not all the time. Sometimes you have to choose between the two. I would rather you hurt my feelings than break my heart. So just be honest with me.
Isn't that the same?
No, because my feelings get healed.
How's she gonna break your heart when she can't get to it?
No, she can get to it. It's a very difficult path.
Tony,
That's
this topic
Should have been called.
how to figure out Tony. Cause Tony, you the one that's
Listen, Tony, you all over the place, bro.
No, I'm not. And so the other thing I would tell her is if I ask for space, give it to me, and don't control the parameters of the space or the time frame of the space. And I'll keep in constant communication. That way you don't have to wonder where you stand with me. I'll keep it. You'll always know.
I'm in the lot across the
Street, the abandoned lot. They got it.
I'm in a white van sitting outside.
Right. What in the world?
Alright, so I got one more question, y'all. One more question.
Go ahead.
That was good. I got one more question. So when was the last time you did let a woman into your heart, and what was the ultimate result?
Hold that thought right there. When we come forward, Tony is going to answer this question. Yeah.
Oh boy. I tell her, what are you doing to me? The last time I put my business on the radio, I got in trouble. I got sat down for 2 weeks.
Straight sat down.
Straight sat down.
Hey, Tony wasn't even talking to me in the lounge.
I wasn't allowed to go to the lounge.
I saw Tony walk in the lounge. I said, Tony, what's happening with? You looked away. I said, Tony.
My mama said, my mama said,
I said, Tony, it's your boy.
Ah, boy.
That motherfucker Tony looked the other way, goddammit. I said, oh, hell nah. What happened to Tony? Tony was on
I
punishment.
was on punishment. Damn right it was.
I swear to God, the motherfucker looked the other way. Tony!
He still see me? He still see me?
I said, this motherfucker, he not even talking.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, I was inside the doghouse. Actually, I wasn't even allowed in the doghouse because he'd sleep outside by it.
I've been there. Man. I got sent to somebody else's yard.
Damn. Don't even sit out there.
The motherfucker, you can't even go to your dog house. You got to go to the neighbor's dog house. I said, well, goddamn.
Exploring minds is my favorite pastime.
Like
You dig?
ruining relationships.
Deborah Johnson says sound. What's wrong with the sound? I refuse to do the doghouse.
Yeah, I didn't go with you.
Tony thought Zoe was talking to Tavares.
Yeah.
Hey, Tavares!
It's time. It's time to get this face together. Attila, that was a great call.
Do you see how interacting makes it better?
Let it grow. Maybe. Did I tell y'all my granddaughter is in town?
I had a great day with her today.
She can't have candy. But her grandfather,
I got
the
the
approval, and she had 2
Hershey's Kisses.
I got the approval. It was a grandfather
Executive order. I was like,
Ask your father, can you have Hershey's Kisses? And her dad saw me putting her on to him.
Yeah.
He was like, yeah, she can have one. And then I said, go tell your father.
Father, thank you for the candy. Because he's always saying no.
But she got 2 Hershey's Kisses today. Paw. Milk and cookies routine, exactly.
They get some milk and cookies.
She get whatever she want from me. She be asking for shit. Now her birthday is coming. And yeah, this month.
Oh, you got a little Virgo?
No, she'll be 5. My granddaughter.
Is she a Virgo?
No, she's not a Virgo.
You said this month?
This month.
Virgo season is on the 22nd.
She's a Leo. She's the 21st.
She just a Virgo in training. At the 21st, she a Leo with a Virgo rising. Virgo season starts August the 21st.
I know, Kobe Bryant.
Yeah, she probably got Virgo.
No,
too.
she's fully Leo.
She probably got some Virgo too.
Sorry, this motherfucker
Trying to claim.
She's not Virgo. She is Leo.
She's got to grow into her Virgo-ness.
If you saw her, you'd be like, oh, that's a Leo child.
Oh, yeah?
The motherfucker's the sunshine. She comes in like, bling, what's up, my niggas? Bow down. I'll be like, whoa.
Here,
Yeah, she's
sunshine, you can take a break.
Super big spirit, bro. Jesus. He said risings don't work like that. They don't. She's right next door to
see, what happened was she was born on the 21st.
Virgo starts on the 23rd.
That's a rise.
By default, she get a rise.
Ain't that a rise?
That's what Tony does. Are y'all watching?
And the shit slipped past a few
Few people, and then Nzinga said, wait a minute.
And Zinga got her on the chat and
I
said,
thought that's how risings work.
that shit don't work like that. What the fuck?
She's a Leo with a Virgo sun. Or something like that. I don't know.
The sun is, how is she a
I'm
Leo?
saying because it's coming up.
No, don't.
As the Leo
No,
rests,
no.
Virgo is
You're very intelligent. Don't do
So
yourself
she
like
has
this.
she's a Leo with a Virgo.
Just hop off this one.
She's a Leo with a Virgo ascension.
Nah, she's a Leo, man. Live in 20.
This shit was comedy.
Zinga, mind your plumber business. I'm an artist.
Ladies and gentlemen, friends and family, the voice of reason here with my brother Tony Massey. You guys should follow Tony. Hey, Tony, how do people book you, like for intimate dinners and?
Yeah, if you follow me at Tony Massey Cooks on either Facebook, Instagram, or YouTube, or TikTok, just hit me in the DMs. Let me know the size of your party, and then give me an idea of your budget. And I'll let you know I am not a caterer. I'm a personal chef, so the experience is going to be a little different. I'm not going to be dropping off pans of food.
Do I get a discount?
Of course.
Okay, cool. Can you cook something this weekend?
I got you, so.
I want salmon croquettes
I
and.
spit in your face. That's the least I can do.
That's the least you can do. Jesus, I want salmon croquettes. I want cornbread. Oh man, we turned up tonight. My brother Tony is in here. Please follow and support him on Twitter, YouTube, IG, Tony Massey Cooks.
Yeah, all one word. That's who I am everywhere. Actually, go to TonyMasseyCooks.com. You'll see all my stuff there too.
Yes, man. The brother is an incredible chef, and I have had some of his food.
Yeah.
Yo, yeah, he different. So please support this brother. I'm glad he's able to come in and turn up. Let's get these callers cracking. Attila from Houston was asked. No, she didn't. And she asked a very powerful question that we're going to need you to answer. Attila, can you restate the question for those who are just... She does remember. For those who are just tuning in, Attila. Oh, this is good.
So I won't get specific just because I want to protect the people who are involved. I have let people in, and I'll be honest with you, it has not always worked out, and it's because I definitely have a fight or flight type situation going on. I suffer from PTSD. And
so all of these notions is crazy.
No, it's not. I suffer from PTSD, and my fear, the fear that causes me to react the way I do, is I don't want to be hurt beyond my ability to repair that hurt. And I understand completely that operating in that space
is it does not produce favorable outcomes. And so for me, in order for a woman to really prove that she's not going to, purposely hurt me or abandon me or let me down, she's going to have to really put forth a lot of effort to curate that space for me.
So what he's basically saying, Attila, if you were to
Try to date Mr. Massey.
you would have to go through an obstacle course
No, that's not
to
what I
prove
No.
your worthiness.
No, I would just need you to show up for me in the way that I show up for you. And I realized that in my 47 years, I realized that people show up in different ways and in different levels of capability. And sometimes what people say they can do and what they're actually able to do is two very different things. And I just have to learn to respect that.
So you really don't trust people when they come into your life?
I don't. I'll be honest about that. I don't.
There you go.
I don't.
And I understand.
It's not that I don't trust their intention. I just don't trust their ability.
You be looking at people like, you're not relationally competent.
That's it. And I don't think that...
Wait.
Go ahead.
Their ability or their willingness? So that's two different things.
No, your willingness to... Okay, let's be clear. I don't care how willing you are. If you lack competency, then I can't mess with you. I'm not going to sit here and deal with your potential and hope that you can figure it out one day. I don't care how much you want to. Your desire to do something and your competence are two totally different things.
Yeah, Tony gonna make it. He got
all four fall short of the glory of?
of the glory of Tony.
Say it, Tony. Say it how you mean
That
it.
is not what I'm
We
saying.
have all fallen short of the glory of Tony.
That is not... Okay, again, y'all are painting me out to be a megalomaniac. That's not who I am.
A little bit.
No, not at all. I'm saying that I lay it out very clear from the very beginning. This is not something you have to figure out. I lay it out very clear. These are the things that I need. If you cannot do these things, just be honest. Just be honest.
Okay.
And a lot of people say, I can do it, I can do it. What they're saying is, I want to do it, but I lack the capacity for it.
Wow. Attila, you brought Houston, Texas in the building. Thank you for grilling Tony. You grilled him up good.
Yeah, you did.
Now who's the chef? Huh?
Thank God I live alone.
Attila cooked you right on up. Hey, if you want to bring your city in the building, all you got to do is call us at 1-800-920-1580. Let's get these callers in here. Let's get them going. Let's get them on. Who's been on the longest? Mimi, Jacksonville, Florida. Get in here.
Hey, so, hey, everyone.
Hey, Mimi.
Hey.
Hi, Mimi.
You're just gonna make me do it more when you say it that way.
Hey, Mimi.
Hey.
All right, Mimi.
Hey, so.
Hey! What up, Mimi? What are your thoughts on tonight's topic?
I embrace my sultry voice and my sultriness. I'm proud of it. Thank you for the compliment every time you play that song.
Mhm.
Thank you.
Yes. Okay.
Okay. I want to say this is a great show. It's a great topic. And I want to say this first off the top. After seeing some pictures of Tony's Instagram, I would perhaps date him. I just want to say that.
Thank you,
He seems
Mimi.
like he really has a lot of potential. In a good way.
She said, you not ready. You've got potential.
With a little help, some coaching.
With a little help from Mimi.
Right.
Boy, she get you right.
Put me on the 12-step program. Get all that crazy out of you.
Right.
Good.
Okay, yeah. You said earlier, so it was either you or Tony, you said, why do men struggle with understanding women?
Mhm.
And I just want to say, I have a quick story. I was planning a girls' trip,
Break out the phone call.
and my ex, he basically asked me all the details. I told him. So when he was planning his boys' trip, I asked, because I thought, well, we have an open communication, healthy relationship, so I thought. It was like very little details, and I was like, something's wrong with that picture. Why can't I know what you're doing? Why can't I know everything like you wanted to know about me? I mean, I told him the hotel, who's coming, what we're doing, one of my friends wanted to go to a strip club, her idea, not mine. Everything. But he just basically wanted to tell me where he was going. He told me the people that were going with him, one of the guys is kind of, how can I say this, hoish.
Wow.
So therefore,
Okay.
I guess he didn't want to share the full itinerary because he had other plans. Excuse me, I'm sorry. They had other plans. When you go to Las Vegas, you do Vegas-y things. So why wasn't the communication clear on his end when mine was open, honest, and clear? So why do men have difficulty
Mimi,
communicating?
you just made Zoe's point.
Of course.
Did I?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
And
okay.
it irritates me that I gotta sit here and concede
Please.
to Zoe.
Please concede.
It was your expectations that disappointed you, not the
Boom.
man.
Boom, boom, boom,
Yeah.
boom, boom.
You communicated according to your expectations, and when he didn't communicate in the way that you expected him to, in the way that you did, when you didn't receive what you gave, that became your disappointment. So it wasn't him withholding information; it was that he did not volunteer as much information that you did.
Right. And that's. But let me say something, Mimi, really quick.
According to what?
Mimi, that is a real big problem
That is.
in relationship.
Yeah.
When we show love the way we know how,
Right.
and if we think the way we show love is really good, we tend to think you need to show love like me
Yeah.
or better than me. So there's always this air of comparison and competition in the sharing.
Right.
And then trust me, that will lead to misunderstandings.
It will.
Big time.
Let me ask this, Mimi. Can we ask this real quick?
Quick question.
Go ahead.
When y'all go on boys trips, do you tell your partners everything?
I tell her, if I go on a boys trip, I'm going to tell anyone what I feel they need to know.
Wait, first off, hold on. We're going to get back to your fugazi response. Because your response was fugazi.
No, it was real.
Say that again.
I'm going to give you as much information as I feel you need to know.
So not everything?
I'm gonna answer any questions you may have, as honest as I can.
Well, are you just going to assume she wants to know everything? Like, I mean, if you're going to a strip club, you can just tell her, right?
Okay, the Fifth Amendment protects us from self-incrimination.
Right,
Why would I do that?
but-
That's crazy.
And then let me come back, because Tony got the sleight of hand with the words. He's like the David Blaine of talking. His illusions with his words. But let me just say this. You're not going to never catch Zoe on a boys trip. That's what you're not going to do.
You ain't heading to Vegas with the fellas?
No.
Why?
Man, I'm a lone wolf.
Okay.
You know this.
Yeah.
I'm a, what?
Sigma male, yeah.
What do we got? What?
Yeah.
Let's go to Vegas and hang out with dudes. Nah.
I was thinking like a bachelor party or something.
Nah,
like
I'm
that.
straight.
You good?
No, I'm good.
So when you go to strip clubs, you go alone?
I don't go to strip clubs.
I don't go to strip clubs.
That's just
You don't go
that's just the house of
go
trauma.
to strip clubs?
I went to a strip club in the 90s,
Yeah,
but no.
back in the day.
No.
I've reached the point in my life, Mimi, where I'm no longer entertained. I'm just disgusted. I feel like you can do better. I'm that guy that's talking you through. So what happened? Why are you here?
All right. Mimi, we appreciate the call. Thank you so much.
Hey,
When
thank you
we
for the
come
compliment,
forward,
Mimi.
we're going to Los Angeles and Battle Creek, Michigan.
So he tried to search.
Tony Wild and a motherfucker, boy.
Brother Tony, was that original? Not anymore. No. Okay.
Brother Tony, somebody calling in from LA that want to talk to you.
Oh yeah. First off, she said like she wanted to check him, right? She didn't finish it though. She's like, no, I want to check him. I want to ask him a question. I don't know what that's.
We don't know who that is, Tony.
Do you have a name?
Felicia.
Felicia.
Yeah, I don't know that.
But
It could be Tony. Should you tell me if you want me to take this call?
Yeah, take it.
All right.
I wanted to ask. Paperwork is fine. Are you Are you okay with being single for the rest of your life at this point? Yes, absolutely. That's deep. Absolutely. That's deep. Because what you said was just like, I just felt like you can't find a woman. It sounds like you're looking for a perfect, or maybe not a perfect woman, but just somebody.
Yeah, that's what this motherfucker think he perfect.
Yeah, and I'm just thinking like, you're not gonna.
Hey, Tone, Barbie is a movie, dog.
I'm not looking for I'm just like, you're not gonna find that.
Barbie is a movie,
I'm
fam.
looking for effort, not perfection.
He want a Stepford wife.
No, I don't. No, I don't.
Want to pull off their face.
But as long as you're okay with being single for the rest of your life, I mean, that kind of just dictates everything. I go to the gym, watch whatever movies I want.
Man.
Tony is motherfucking comedy.
I knew he would be. As soon as he gave me the topic, I said, "Oh shit, here we go." Women. Tony is comedy. Yes, Uncle Tony, I get that. But the effort will wax and wane always.
And that's the problem.
Yo, y'all, we did $16.99 today on the super chat. We got 8 minutes left. Can we get to $100 today? Do you think we could do that in 8 minutes?
I believe we can.
I want everybody.
If everybody gave $2.
Absolutely.
And I know y'all enjoyed the shit out of this show. Don't get it twisted. We had a ball. I mean, I wouldn't mind a Kelly Star 5000. What is that? Is that a car?
I have no idea. I said a Stepford.
Is it a
Kelly Star 5000? I don't even know what it is. What is it? Is it a real thing? Kelly Star.
That's why I didn't know. You don't want that, man. That's on one of them. They finance anyone use car lines. You don't want that.
This motherfucker said
No job.
Kelly Star 5000.
Your
Deborah
job is
Johnson.
okay.
Come on, y'all follow Deborah. Come on, y'all.
It's the ultimate feature for the press.
My playlist is my co-host.
I'm dedicating this record to Tony. It's called Cheap Talk.
Wow.
By Loose Ends, 1990.
This is not a safe space.
Let me get my sister in here real quick. Felicia from Los Angeles has a question for Tony. Felicia, jump in here.
Thank you, young man. I am really excited about listening to this show this evening,
Thank
in which
you.
I've only been a part of it.
Mhm.
But my question is very simple because I'm related to some Nazis that I don't really know, and I'm just wondering from Tony, are you and your family from St. Martinsville?
This your cousin.
I don't know all my cousins, and we've been looking for Matthew. And when I heard that name, I said, let me just call and ask
St.
him.
Martinsville, where?
Louisiana.
Ooh, I mean, we could. I mean, my people, the Masseys are in Texas, Louisiana, and here.
This your cousin, Felicia.
We probably cousins.
It might be.
Yeah.
He got your daddy's jawline. That's your cousin.
Area?
I'm sorry.
Pasadena area?
Oh, I don't know. I'd have to check the genealogist in the family. I'm not sure.
Because there's not many of us around. Look,
Right.
I'm gonna call back and leave my telephone number
Okay.
and
Tell her to stay on hold. I'll get it.
call.
Okay.
I'm looking for my Massey cousin.
So Felicia, my engineer says just hold on the line and he'll take your number right now for Tony.
Okay, great.
All right, thank
All
you.
right,
Cousin Felicia, there it is. That ain't your cousin, boy. She finna holler at you. You know what I mean? That's what that was about.
Oh my God.
My family is Massey, so no, we not, but just in case.
But we can be.
But
That was my cousin.
we love it. We
St.
love it.
Martinsville.
You know I got to bring the legend, the man, the myth, the legend up in here. Heru Ali, Battle Creek, Michigan.
Yes.
Get in here, brother.
Listen up to the family nation. Out of Joe, Andy, Tony Massey, Arabia, everybody. Listen, well, what we not gonna do?
What we not gonna do. Let's go.
Okay, you know what? Andy, you can cue the church organ. Minister back.
I wish I had a hat I could throw up in the air right now.
Oh, okay, that would be interesting. Here we go. Isaiah 4:1. On that day,
Yes.
7 women,
My.
7 women
Hold it above
will
the
take
shoulder.
hold of one man and say, we will eat our own food. We will wear our own apparel. Just let us be called by your name to remove our reproach. Why did I bring that verse up?
Please tell us.
Ladies, how bad do it gotta be out here on these streets before you realize that you gonna have to share, brother?
Wait a minute. That's a whole. Wait. Hold on. Now listen here. Listen. Now what we not gonna do? What we not gonna do, Heru, is have you take us on a different topic. Now you talking about polygamy right now, polygyny.
Right.
I'll do that topic tomorrow if you want.
Perspective.
Here comes the person. Oh, he about to tie it in. He about to tie it in.
You have a problem with your relationship, or is your problem perspective? Perspective.
The problem is solved by sharing. Okay.
Thank you.
Let's get back to where we going.
Thank you, Heru Ali.
Is this how I sound?
That's exactly. That's exactly how you
I
sound.
feel attacked.
So listen, if you're struggling with understanding, ask for what you want. Ask your partner respectfully for what you want. Listen with curiosity instead of judgment. Practice empathy. Learn to listen beyond the words that are being said. Try to understand before trying to be understood. Respect the differences in relationships. Practice compromise. Develop deep trust. Listen, you can I know people like to start over and start new relationships, but the reality of it is when you put a lot of energy and effort into somebody, it's a waste to walk away from it if it's not violent or disrespectful. You have to cultivate these tools if you want to be understood and if you want to give understanding. Listen, we started the conversation. It's up to you to finish it. I want to thank my brother Tony Massey. Tony Massey Cooks in the building. We appreciate that. And guess who's up next? Jill Monroe, RSVP. The fire continues.
KBLA 1580.
Yo, fire. Tone is wild than a motherfucker.
Great show.
Tone is a wild lemur from Madagascar. All right, y'all. Appreciate y'all. See y'all tomorrow with another one. Deuces. Yeah.